Today we're doing boneless beef ribs, crockpot style. This is what you have to look forward to. Let's get started. Hey friends and family. Today we're going to be doing some boneless beef ribs. It's a super easy recipe. There's a million different ways to do ribs. I never really made them a lot in the past. And then I have a friend from high school named Amber. And one day she invited us over and she had boneless beef ribs in the crock pot and they were fabulous. So this is kind of my go-to recipe. I like boneless beef ribs. I'm not a big, I'll eat the bone-in ribs, but I don't have a lot of experience making them. I prefer the boneless ones. Also, part of my channel is that I'm trying to get more people cooking from scratch. This channel started out as me just wanting to be a YouTuber and making some money and doing something I have passion for. But after watching some stuff on the internet, seeing people do things like making mashed potatoes with sour cream and onion potato chips, or I saw one where it was cheese balls, and they were to make they're taking cheese balls, pouring them into water, and making macaroni and cheese, saying it's the best stuff ever. And just other stuff I've seen. So this channel has kind of now become a mission of mine to get more people cooking from scratch. More people cooking, basically, and then the people that are maybe cooking but doing a lot of, pre-done things or processed food, trying to get back to scratch. I'm trying to get back to scratch myself. So this is a great recipe for somebody that wants to do something that maybe you don't have a lot of experience with cooking. This is kind of a foolproof one. So first of all, we got our crock pot right here. I got off to the side here. I got my crock pot. And I'm just going to throw in one sliced onion. I just peeled it, sliced it, kind of broke it apart. And throw that in the bottom. And right here we got our ribs. And I'm just going to salt and pepper them liberally. That's your flavor right there, so you want to be, generous. And then I got some onion powder. I'm just going to sprinkle over the top. And some garlic powder. Same thing, just sprinkling it over the top. And we're just going to flip these over and do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to I'll do that. Actually, I'm going to throw these right in the crock pot and season them there. And these are just right out of the package. Well, actually, I'm probably going to trim some of this fat off here just because I don't like silver skin and whatnot. So, take the knife, not that one. Take this one. And I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff right here on top. And you just want to get your knife under there as close to the silver skin as possible and just pull it right off. You don't want to be eating silver skin. And that's pretty good. I got pretty good. Not too bad. Well, and this is about 2.5 pounds of ribs. So, whatever you're cooking. We didn't know what to have for dinner the other day. We saw these at the store when we were doing our little shopping trip. And I haven't done them in a while, so all right, that goes in. These up a little more. Just this. Again, the garlic powder, onion powder, and your just basic salt and pepper. And a few cracks of pepper. Normally I would add a little bit of beef broth to this, probably like just half a cup or so, but I have some chicken stock left over and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm just going to pour a little bit of that in here, just about a half cup, and then that's what we end up with. We're just going to set this on, well, it depends. If you're in a hurry, you set this on, like I'm going to do because it's lunchtime, so I'm going to turn it on high and cook it for about 4 hours. So you can have this all prepped the night before. You could have this seasoned, ready to go. Just get up, throw it in your crock pot, turn it on low, and head out for the day. So we'll just get this started, plug it in, and turn it on low. And it's that simple, man. You're going to have a great meal. Or we're going to have a great meal with this. As far as barbecue sauce, you can use any kind you want. I want to get into making my own. But our go-to has been Sweet Baby Ray. And I'm trying to get away from stuff that has all the sugar and the corn syrup in it. So this has no sugar added, no corn syrup. So that's what we're doing there. Now, one more thing I want to talk about is this shirt that I have on. This is a Michael Valley shirt. So this is a shout out to Michael Valley. He's a friend from high school. I got to know him a lot more the last few years. He's down in Arizona, and he's in a band called Show Me God. He's a guitarist. And I'll post a picture of the shirt that I want from him, but he was on Facebook, and he was tagging people saying, buy this sweatshirt, this shirt, blah, blah, blah. And then he said he was hacked, but I thought he was joking because I kept getting some stuff from him. So one day I got another message from him, like directly saying, hey, did you buy this shirt yet? So I went ahead and did it, and it turns out he did get hacked, and it was a scam. It's a pretty decent sweatshirt, though. I mean, I'm not happy I got scammed to get it, but I'm hoping Mike to get one of those real shirts one of these days with the Agent of Death and all that magenta going on. So anyways, that's that. I'm off to take a 5-mile walk. This is gonna cook, and when I come back, I'll show you how to make mashed potatoes to go with this. See you then. Alright guys, so now the ribs are done. We're gonna do some mashed potatoes, and just in case I'm sure some of you out there don't know this, but when you have your cutting board, it's gonna slide. All you need to do is take a wet rag or a paper towel, wet it, put it underneath, and there you go. It doesn't really move. So I'm using red potatoes, baby reds. And the way that I do it, I guess, is I kind of just look and figure, like, how many potatoes are we going to eat each person, Obviously, no more than 2, probably. So there's 3 of us. I'll probably do enough for about 4 people. I'm going to do 8 potatoes. That should be about right, I think. Some of them are bigger than others, but that should be a decent amount, I think. And I'm just going to rough cut these, throw them in some water, rinse them off, and then start cooking them. So you want them roughly the same size, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So as long as they're close, they'll cook about the same amount of time. Just like that. Alright, so then we're going to put these on the stove and we'll go from there. Alright, so the ribs are done cooking in the crock pot. You can see a lot of liquids accumulated, a lot of juices have come out, and so now I'll do some mashed potatoes. Okay, so mashed potatoes, that ended up probably being more than 4 servings, but we're starting off with cold water, and we're just going to add a little bit of salt to the water. That'll help flavor the potatoes. And then we're going to heat this much butter up, so 1 stick of butter and almost a cup of milk. Why almost a cup of milk? Because that's all that I have left right now. You can also use cream, half and half, sour cream. Sometimes I do cream cheese. So we're just going to put that in this pot over here, in this back pot. Pour this in. And we're going to heat that up so that it doesn't cool our potatoes down when we add that. So we're going to turn up the potatoes to a nice medium high. To high, it doesn't really matter. And the other one, I'm just going to turn on about medium low to medium. All right, and then after these potatoes are pork tender, we'll put it all together. Alright, so the potatoes are getting close to boil. Excuse me. The potatoes are getting close to a boil. As you can see, the cream, the milk and the butter are, heating up. The butter's melting. 6:14. Because I want to give you a little bit of a time reference for how long these potatoes cook. I'm going to let them come up to a boil, and I'm going to drop it to a simmer, and then I'll be back. So I took the ribs out. They are extremely tender. And then that's what I got left for liquid. I'm going to kind of strain this out. And then I'm going to add a little bit of barbecue sauce and a little bit of the liquid back into it. And then I'm going to add the ribs back. So, let's go. Alright, so you want to use your hot pads because this can be hot. I'm just going to dump this right in here like this. Kind of give that a wipe out probably because I don't want that in there. Rid of this. And then that's just some deliciousness right there. I'm just going to take about a ladle. And add that in. Another one, a little ladle. And then we're just going to add our barbecue sauce to this. Maybe a little bit more sauce and a little more liquid. Just a little more liquid, I think. And I'm going to put the ribs back in. Just a sec. So that's the ribs. I threw a little more sauce on top. I know it's hard to see, but look at this. These things were so tender, they fell right apart on me. They're going to be so good. All right. So the potatoes are going pretty good. They're still pretty firm, but I started some corn for their side. 6:29, so they've been going for only about 15 minutes. So probably another 10-15 minutes maybe. And then we'll show you how to make mashed potatoes and we'll put our plate together. Hey, guess what? Everything kind of went to hell on me. The power for my light ran out on my phone or on my my little rig. And then I thought I was doing the mashed potatoes that I wanted to show you guys how to finish. And I had them all done, and I had some good lines in there about being half-assed and doing potatoes half-assed because I didn't peel them. If you want them peeled, go ahead and peel them. But hey, I do it the half-assed way. The truth is, I just like to skid on mashed potatoes. But I forgot to hit record. So I knew it had happened eventually. I guess I'm just glad it happened with the side dish and not the main dish. And here is your barbecued beef ribs. Hope some of you guys make it and come back and tell me how it is. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe. Get back to me. Come on. Let's go.